Welcome back to Real Savant, where we bring you recaps of the most awesome movies. From action, to horror, to comedy, to something the family will enjoy. We have something for everyone. Today, we bring you PAW Patrol, the mighty movie, where we follow the adventures of the PAW Patrol pups as they get their very own superpowers. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. The movie begins in Adventure City's junkyard. Hank and Janet, co-owners, are tricked into locking themselves inside their business, while an enigmatic thief uses their crane to take a big magnet. Fuel tanks explode as the thief drives into them, igniting a fire that spreads throughout the yard. Janet then picks up the phone to ask the PAW Patrol for assistance. Ryder gets the dogs in their cars and drives them toward the junkyard. The dogs are Chase, Sky, Rubble, Rocky, Marshall, Zuma, and Liberty. As Marshall gets them on the ground, Sky lowers water from above. After praising the dogs for their brave actions, Janet and Hank pose for a photo. Because Sky is the smallest of the pups, she becomes upset when Janet picks her up. While mad scientist Victoria Vance uses the stolen magnet to construct a device that will draw a strong meteor carrying unique crystals toward Earth, Adventure City gets ready for a meteor shower. When Vance pulls the meteor close enough to send it hurtling toward the city, she discovers too late that it is more powerful than her machine. When the meteor strikes their headquarters, it destroys the entire tower and everything inside before slamming through the streets and coming to a stop. Ryder and the pups take notice and assist in getting the civilians to safety. After being detained for her job, Vance discovers that Mayor Humdinger and his kitties are her cellmates. As this is going on, the PAW Patrol loads the meteor onto their carrier and goes to sleep. Sky hears a humming noise coming from the meteor at night, so she goes to observe it. She discovers the 7 crystals when the meteor shatters apart as she reaches out to touch it. One of them attaches itself magnetically to Sky's collar, enabling her to fly and possess extraordinary strength. She wakes up Ryder and the other pups when she crashes through a wall while testing her abilities. As the other puppies begin to uncover their own superpowers, crystals appear on their collars. Chase moves very quickly. Marshall is able to make fire. Zuma has the ability to both become and control water. Rocky turns into a walking magnet, and Rubble can transform into a wrecking ball. Liberty appears to lack any power despite her attempts to test it. The puppies should get a new name now that they are superheroes, Ryder continues to tell them. They now identify as the Mighty Pups. With their newfound abilities, the pups now roam the city, and Liberty is forced to stay behind and instruct Minnie, Nano, and Tot, the junior patrol members. Liberty manages to get the 3 smaller pups to listen to her and get in better shape while the other pups are out and about flaunting their newfound abilities in vehicles and suits made specifically for them. The 3 smaller pups don't start off as well in Liberty's training. Humdinger and Vance work together to break out of prison. They head back to Vance's hideout in the hopes that she can get her machine working again. The villains board the aircraft so that Vance can open the emergency exit door, send it into a turbine, and set it off on fire. Vance sends out a distress call, and the pups set out on their mission. Sky tries to take off for the plane on her own. However, Vance deceives her and takes her crystal, leaving Sky inside the falling plane. She is saved in time by the other puppies. Vance discovers that the crystal allows her to control electricity when she gets back to her hideout. Sky tells Chase that she has always felt uneasy about being the smallest puppy when they get back to the carrier. She was the run of her litter before she joined the PAW Patrol. She ended up in the middle of a snowstorm at the farm after all the other puppies were adopted. It was nearly Sky's death, but Ryder saved her. Despite her diminutive size, Chase reassures her that she is a valuable member of the team and offers encouragement. The junior patrollers are then informed by Ryder that the program will be discontinued until he determines that it is safer. Later on, Sky detects energy coming from Vance's hideout. She steals the pups' crystals to help her get hers back while they are all sleeping. Sky takes off for Vance's hideout, where she discovers the villain dozing off with the crystals encircling her neck. Vance awakens and turns her powers against Sky before Sky can take it anymore. The pup makes an effort to fight back, but she is outmatched and loses the remaining crystals. Humdinger grows enormously as a result of Vance giving him a crystal of his own as part of their agreement. Sky makes an appeal to Vance's humanity in an effort to win her over, but she's still a mad scientist, cold and cruel. After that, she intends to attract more meteors to Earth. After learning what Sky did, Chase wakes Ryder up, and they set out to save her. The puppies are then forced to deal with Humdinger first as he begins to stomp through Adventure City. He pursues them through the streets until they discover that his jacket pocket contains his crystal. Marshall climbs to a height with his truck ladder so he can stealthily enter the pocket and retrieve the crystal. Marshall uses his firepower to burn Humdinger when he tries to grab him, making him shrink back to his normal size. when his hat falls on top of him and begins to shrink around him, trapping him and preventing him from getting away. Before pursuing Sky, the puppies arrest Humdinger. When the pups get to the hideout, they divert Vance from Sky by using the junior patrollers as a distraction. In order to free Sky, Zuma uses the crystal to slip past the drains and reach her. The pups then take turns fighting Vance with the single crystal. At one point, Liberty unleashes her power to chase after he is knocked off a cliff, which is the capacity for elasticity, allowing her to climb back up alongside Chase. Rubble transforms into a wrecking ball and permanently destroys Vance's machine, while Zuma traps her inside a water ball and takes the remaining crystals from her. Sadly, Adventure City is still in the path of all of the meteors. As the dogs enter the city, they learn that Sky is the only one with the ability to turn off the shower. To make her as strong as possible, they give her every crystal. Sky uses her jet to shoot down most of the meteors until one hits the aircraft and causes her to escape. Then comes the final meteor, the size of a football field, to descend. Sky is told to return by Ryder because the situation is too risky. But in order to save the city, she takes off as quickly as she can and destroys the meteor with her paw. After that, Sky plunges into the sea, leaving Ryder and the other puppies to worry for her. After that, the crystals energize and assist Sky in ascending back to her friends so they can all rejoice over their triumph. When the puppies get back to the carrier, they thank Sky for her bravery. The movie ends as they reaffirm their motto, "No job is too big, no pup is too small," and begin a triumphant howl. If you managed to get this far, we sincerely thank you for watching the whole thing. If you have a movie or TV show that you want us to cover, just comment it down below. We might do a video of it in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our playlist for more recaps.